Hello, Oramas. Okay, let's load this up. I mean, it's already loaded up. You understand what I mean. Okay, closing that. Yeah, that seems to be working fine. Yes, we're going to be playing some Girls in Panzer today. As you do. Girls in Panzer being the best thing. So let's just set that up. Oh, weird. When it updated, it switched sides that was on. How peculiar. Even more peculiar, I'm not hearing any audio from the game. What is happening? Is there no, there has to be audio in this scene. It's the garage. Even more peculiar, I'm not hearing any. Have I somehow muted? What is happening? There has to be audio. Have I somehow muted my video game? That can't be right, can it? Give me a second. Why do you think I want a bookmark? Oh, I'm holding the control button down. That was embarrassing. Alright, Double Dragon. Alright, long story short, you're listening to the dumbest person in the world. I forgot that I was using the VR headset earlier, and the audio was set to the VR headset. So, yeah, that happened. I'm fixing it now, but this is a very embarrassing experience for me specifically. My headset wasn't on, so I didn't notice. Well, there we go. Friday the 13th sound effects. That took too long, huh? Sorry for all the technical issues, but I'm bad at things? I'd say that's the only explanation, but honestly, it's so paltry as to not even deserve to be called an explanation. Let's do this! Or must we? We must. Okay. Yes, I'm returning to the main menu. Pardon me. I see. Fascinating and logical, too. Whew. Oh, excuse me. Hey, General Adam, I hope you're having a good, I want to say, afternoon? So who are we playing this mode as? Chinu? Why would we play as anything but Chinu? I will return to the Panzer Festival menu. Thank you for asking. And as always, my partner is the ARL-44. The French super tank. Although obviously a super tank is a massive overstatement of its abilities. Hey Maddie, what up? Oh, Amy. You're the best. Will my French opponent actually be in a French tank? Almost certainly not. Ooh, old streets. This will give me the chance to do my sneak behind the other team maneuver. Will I finally defeat the Type 10 again? Honestly, probably not. But, you know, it's worth the risk. I should probably flip this off cinematic mode. You know, so I have a prayer of hitting my enemies. Oh, I love that Nakanya has a model now. She looks fantastic. With her ridiculous ears and hair. Well, that didn't go well as well as it could have. I'm facing the wrong way. Well, that's the real question, Trung. It depends on how well Girls in Panzer DX sold. Nice, Maddie. It depends on how well Girls in Panzer DX sold. If it sold really well, I'm sure they'll make more DLC tanks for it. Because, you know, it shows that there's an audience of people always eager for more content for the game. But if it didn't sell well, then no, we're probably not going to get Polish tanks or Norwegian tanks or whatever it is that's supposed to be next. Yay! Oh, we found her. Spotted the flag tank. Nice. Wait, did I get out at the wrong side of this? I think I might have got out at the wrong side of this. Also, I think she's down in the culvert. Damn. Whoever her partner is, she's moving very quickly. Okay, that was bad. What the heck tank is she in? Oh, it's the Chaffee. Ow. Come on, let's just angle this a little. There we go. Sorry, Chaffee. You're down in a pit. You didn't have a chance. Oh, she's got a KV-2. Nice. Damn right you are. I heard about that, Adam, on the Discord. I hope Desire had a great time at the movie. I have every reason to suspect it's going to be the best Girls in Panzer movie ever. Until the next one. And since the last one. I wonder what the movie-length compilation of the series was like that apparently aired in theaters last year. Are they going to release that on DVD, or is that just going to be a theaters-only limited-time experience? I would have to imagine he was arrested, Trung. Alright, who's next? Yay! We're up against Fukuda, who hopefully does not have a mouse. She definitely has a mouse. Damn right you do. Look at that little Boko. Alright, so, my flag tank. I want you to recon way up here. And block off that entrance, and we'll keep people from flanking you. These are my plans. Okay. Uh-oh. That's right, you better run, Egg. Is that an IS-2? It's an IS-2. I don't know if I can penetrate that armor. Whoa. There we go. Anytime you're done reloading. Thank you. Come on, we got you. Ow. Damn. Well, that was more brutal than I thought it was going to be. Well, I think a T-55 might not be official for a high school Senshido. So Das Finale was good, Stanley? Alright, well don't tell me anything about it. We're not going to talk about it until next... Oh wait, when does it come out on video? Oh my god, there's a T-28 driving around. That's amazing. Don't spoil too much. Most people haven't had a chance to see it yet. When it comes out on video, everyone will see it right away, and we're going to assume everyone has seen it, but, you know. For now, assume that people want to be spoiler light on the new episode of Girls and Panzer. Uh-oh, we're fighting Nana's team. Oh, cool. It's one of my favorite maps. It might be my favorite map for online play and dueling. Just because, you know, lots of cover and lots of nice open places. There's some different elevations. There's a city section. Just such a good variety of map types. I thought it was a different map. This is a garbage map for online dueling. Obviously, I thought we were playing Amusement Park South. Or is it North? Which one has the Ferris wheel? Alright, ladies. I'm the flag tank, so you guys just do your cannon fodder thing. And I will try to stay alive and penetrate people from their flanks. Like this, for example. Sorry, pirate captain. Your mistake? Bringing a Matilda to a tank fight. Damn. Oh, it's not a Matilda. It's one of those Japanese tanks. Alright, well, if you'll excuse me, I'm fleeing. Uh-oh, there's somebody behind me. It's one of my teammates, right? Yeah. Alright, I got boxed in by my own teammate. That's a little, it's a little embarrassing. Ow. Okay, there we go. She made the mistake of turning away and immediately paid for it. But the point is, Stanley, you had a great time at the movie, right? Like, it's a very thrilling thing to watch. I know this is a crazy thing to ask, and I know that generally things don't work this way. But do you pay less money if it's only an hour-long movie? Like, because it's a special animated thing? Or because it's a special animated thing, do they charge full price? I'm guessing it's the second. Oh god, maybe they charge more because it's a special animated thing. Woohoo! We did it, everybody. What is this music? Seriously, I don't recognize this music at all. Hopefully... Oh! This is what the castle music is. I guess I've never really listened to it before. I'm glad to hear it, Stanley. I'm just hoping that they announce that the next installment isn't that far away, because the last time it was 18 months. Because it came out in December of 2017. With any luck, this one will be out, this next one will be out a little bit faster. Alright, where's my flag tank? Oh, the T-28. Nice. I want you to recon the top of this hill, because there you'll be safe. Well, safe-ish. Alright, that's a bush. This isn't War Thunder, HOGuru. Bushes can't be a tanks in disguise. What? So Ori looks great as well? That is wonderful to hear. Okay, 3 of my tanks are kind of in a huddle at the top of the map. That's not great. Where the hell are these guys? Come on, guys. I only have 12 minutes to kill all of you. There we go. Sorry, Marie. You ass of a bee. Sorry, BT-42. Although I'm glad you shot me in the treads. Oh no! No, 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 no. Well, that was embarrassing. She's trying to run. Seems like a mistake to me. I mean, it would be more of a mistake if I was capable of hitting her, but... I got taken down, everybody. With a single shot from a elephant. That was unpleasant. I had it coming, though. I did not get a... I did not have a good sense of my surroundings, so I was destroyed. So we'll take another shot at that. Okay. Come on, Shinu, you can do this. You may be a medium tank, but you're a heavy tank in spirit. Oh, Boko. You're the best. I think you can just Google whether the T-55 is in War Thunder, Trung. Oh, good. Right back to the Dream Tank Park. This can only go well. Seriously? There's an actual shop there? Which was destroyed in the show and movie? What does the shop sell? Is it like just a corner store? No! That was actually a pretty sweet roll, I'm not gonna lie. Tiger 2 versus IS-2 in Prussia. Gotcha. We will set up that custom match lates. Lates? Later. Okay. I gotta say, the elevations on this map are a little difficult to read at times. Come on. And now no one should be able to sneak up behind me. Oh. There we go. Oh, there you are. Alright, my barrel went swinging a little far that time. Uh-oh. Come on. Well, now I'm a little worried. There we go. Sure, Trung. Just copy that so I can ask you for it later. Okay. So that shop in Ori is as dedicated to promoting... Girls in Panzer as that corner store in LA is to promoting... oh god. Fast and the Furious. That's good to know. I think he meant... oh, you're right. He said 85 there. That's weird. So, get ready to copy and paste that, Trung, but be sure also to tell me which side you want me to be playing as. Oh, excuse me. Let's do this. Okay, the tank? Like the picture there of a tank that is just like a box on wheels with two gun noses? That is unbelievably cute. I don't think the riot has stopped. How did I miss? Your decision to try and hide there was not a smart one, Hetzer. But as I always say, Hetzers are going to Hetz. There's nothing you can do about that. Yeah, so I can imagine Ori is kind of a pilgrimage location for Girls and Panzer fans. Just like that, That's right, I took the Centurion over the Hetzer. What can I say? I want to win this time. Just like people are with Fast and the Furious. And I want to say egg salad sandwiches. What did they sell in that restaurant? Not restaurant, corner store?
Oh god, I forgot about the first movie.
Yeah, everybody forgets about the first movie, but like for people who are Fast and the Furious people, it's like their Old Testament. Like they really care about the stuff from that movie.
Yeah, in my mind, it's just,
4 and on.
no, Point Blank.
Point Break?
Point Break. And she doesn't own a restaurant and isn't just a weird
I understand. But yeah.
non-character.
Yeah.
She's just a character. She doesn't race cars in that first movie. She runs a restaurant and has no interest in her brother's deal.
Yeah, they have a family corner store,
Yes.
not a restaurant, but yes.
Well, it has a lunch counter.
It has a lunch counter.
But, like, she's a non-character. Whereas in What It Ripped Off,
I know.
Break,
She was another surfer.
she's another surfer and a well-rounded character
Oh, yeah. No,
in the
she's
world of Point Break.
completely lack of character in the movie. You're totally
So
right to
I
object
always
to
forget
that.
about, the corner store, restaurant, or whatever you want to call it, because it's...
Well, I think it's the Toretto family market, but I could be wrong. What? I mean, I know that was just a Crusader, so they're basically made out of cardboard and a couple of rubber bands, but that still looked great. Yep. They don't want this extradition bill, and I say more power to them. I hope they can stop it. China's already evil enough without giving them bonus powers. Well, this has been brutal. I just drifted around and blew up your entire team. Rukuriri. What have you got for me now? That's actually not a bad shot. I mean, you're still going to lose, but excellent work. I like that you put in the effort. I hope you got a bunch of pictures of these situations, Stanley, because that's amazing. I'm glad that Girls and Panzer encourages that kind of fandom. Because if anything deserved to, it's Girls and Panzer. Tank Destroyer. So is there this Panzer IV Tank Destroyer? Maybe this is crazy, but is there an open-top version of that as well? Because I feel like I've seen that exact tank, but with, like, just dudes standing in the back of it in War Thunder. Alright, we're doing a hills battle. Hopefully I won't be taken by surprise this time. I don't have any reason to suspect I won't be, but we're going to try. Okay. You're the best, Nekonya. Ah, her name is the equivalent as if your name was Kitten Meow. Which is a pretty good name. Seems like a silly thing for them to do, Trung. Alright. Okay. Hey, Mr. Pug, what's up is girls and or panzers. There he is. Oh no! Poor Alice driving around in that ridiculous French tank. What? Oh, right, yes. Come on. Well, this is getting embarrassing. How, though? Sorry, Mr. Sherman, but you've got to go. Thank you. Whoa, nice block. But it didn't save you, but really good maneuvering. Yes they are, Trung. Well, they are now. The Mujahideen used to just be fighting for freedom, but now they're not so much a terrorist force because they, you know, they basically run the country. But because they, you know, largely fight against the government that's nominally in charge using asymmetrical warfare, it's not crazy to call Mujahideen terrorists. Or, you know, the Taliban. Since that's what the Mujahideen evolved into. Come on, T-95. I need you to save the day. Done. There we go. Problem solved. Oh, is there a problem with the audio? That's strange. Oh, I'm sorry, Maddie. They have an anglerfish hot pot. Is it actually anglerfish or is it just themed? Alright, everybody, we won. It's time for a giant battle against the Type 10. Do we have a prayer? I don't know, probably not. Hey, Jaden, how's it going? Okay. Well, that's not entirely true, Trung. There were plenty of news stories about the heroic Mujahideen and Osama bin Laden. Just, you know, no one knew where that story was going. Honestly, it would have been hilarious if in Rambo 3, the heroic Mujahideen leader had been a guy from an educated, British accented guy from Saudi Arabia who had, like, come to Afghanistan to fight for freedom of the native population against the nefarious Russians. And then later we found out, oh yeah, that was patterned after this heroic freedom fighter, Osama bin Laden. It's fascinating to me how frequently the Rambo films have have tried to badly oversimplify international conflicts. Because in 3, their oversimplification of, there we go. Russia was there to help Cell. Whoa!
I think you should say hello to whoever is now listening to your video, because you just said the word heroic.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty sure that's what gets spy agencies interested in your videos.
It's terrible. Yes. No! Okay, that was terrible.
Maybe put a disclaimer up saying no. This channel does not support terrorism.
Well, no, of course not. But it's fascinating. Still, we had a good run. Yeah, and so the issue for me was, like, and then in the, like, oh, we're the heroic terrorists fighting the Russians. And, of course, you know, that was kind of ludicrous. And then it turned out those terrorists kept being terrorists. And were really horrible to the people of Afghanistan generally. And then in the next movie, Rambo fights the admittedly terrible military junta of Burma. And then those guys get overthrown. And the guys who overthrow them just go right on being a brutal military dictatorship that, you know, now they're persecuting Muslims instead of Christians, and everyone has stopped paying attention. It's a really bad situation. But on the upside, now there's a new Rambo movie, and he's gonna murder a bunch of drug cartel people. And I think there's no way he can get the politics of that wrong. Like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be difficult for Sylvester Stallone to botch the politics of a movie where he shoots drug dealers in the face. Gotcha, Hans. But as I've told you many a time, it's unbelievably difficult to aim at enemy hulls while you're on the move. Almost shockingly difficult. Amy, you're the best. Ow. Alright, now I just need someone to kill her with a ow. Alright, I've got a plan here. Yeah, they're not going to make any Rambos after this one. You have a good night, Mr. Pug. Alright, I got a plan for this one. Step 1, get behind cover. Step 2, order everyone to go around to the back of the Type 10. Step 3, peek out of cover and shoot the Type 10 in its back from cover. Can that work? We're going to find out. Damn right we're going to start the special training. So, let's do this. Alright, well we can't really move her behind there, but same general area will work. Alright, let's try this. Come on. Alright, she's completely surrounded. This is my moment. Yeah, it didn't do anything. Oh my god, she actually turned away from me, and I got a hit, and I didn't. Ow! Kill her. Seriously, every time I beat this mission, Probably Trung. Every time I beat this mission, it's because I get her to do a 180, and then the Hetzer just gets a lucky shot on her weak point. It's pretty much the only way I've ever been able to defeat this mission, and I've defeated it the same way every time. I'm going to try that one more time, then we'll move on, because this is just embarrassing. Well, I was actually trying to angle at Francesco to try and get more, you know, hypothetical armor points. Because only hitting at a flat trajectory, that thing will just go right through my tank. It's ridiculously powerful. Alright. Okay, she's distracted. Make your move, HOGuru. Nope. That was not your move. Where the hell is she going? What? No. Can someone please finish her off? Wow. Good to know. We almost got very lucky there. If we could auto-aim at that hull, I feel like this wouldn't be a problem at all. But the turret auto-aim keeps foiling me. Why does the Imperial... why are they considered space Nazis in Star Wars? Trung? Because they went out of their way to use the iconography of the film's Triumph of the Will, like the visual language of that specific film, in order to create the look and feel of the stormtroopers. Whenever we see them organized, whenever we see the kind of stuff they do, that's just explicitly what they were doing. It got worse in the new movies, obviously, but it was always there even in the old movies. Here we go. Nope.
Worse is the right word.
That's true.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a bad thing.
And that's fine. What? Can you guys hit her, please?
Also, they blew up a whole planet.
Oh, thank God. They blew up so many planets.
To prove a point, so there's that as well.
Well, I'm not actually trying to hurt him by drifting, Hans. I'm trying to spin around and get my front armor back towards her. That's true, Trung. Famously, when they were making, before they had the special effects done for all of the space combat, and they showed an early version of the movie, it was just full of, like, clips of World War II movies of planes dogfighting. Yep. Yeah, the Stormtrooper rifles are Sterling machine guns. All of the resistance weapons are just literally German MGs when they're lining up their machine guns in the Empire Strikes Back in the ditch. And of course, Han Solo's gun is explicitly just a broom handle Mauser with, you know, a scope on top and a weird nonsense thing at the end of the barrel. But we won the match, Hans. I mean, my only job was to distract them. Was to distract her while she got shot in the back. And it worked. I knew I was never going to be able to get behind her and do a solid penetrating shot to the skull, so I just kept trying until my team got the job done for me. And get the job done they did. Oh yes, Jaden says hi.
Hello.
I got you, General. Although honestly, that's not... You can't count on that. I have been hit while moving by the Type 10. Oh yeah, no, we will definitely, in fact, we have had a Tiger 2 themed match pitched, Francesco. Or Francesco. Come on. So that'll be starting, the custom battles will start in a minute and we'll do that. Yeah, they had a lot of old-timey... Oh, look at that little Boko. It's so weird to, after all this time, not have to shoot Bokos anymore. Keep thinking I'm going to have to turn, but I don't. So the premise in Girls Frontline is that the, there we go. That all of the girls are guns. Like the girls are anthropomorphized guns who go to war with one another. If so, I understand completely. I feel like I've never been to this part of the map except during time trial race missions. Like there's no reason to ever go to that parking lot. Oh, excuse me. Come on, just a little faster. I know I screwed up a ton, but there's a slight chance I can make it back to the beach, right? Alright, I don't think I'm making it to the back to the beach in time. Well, we were close. In Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Trung, that's when that happened. It was surprising comedy for everyone. Apparently, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade was largely rewritten by Tom Stoppard. And he was not credited on the script, sadly. Alright, let's try that again. Shark Team! There's a world of tanks. I'm so confused. Well, I think he would have been caught immediately, Trung. He was in Berlin after all. Okay. This is going much more smoothly this time. Why did I think I had to turn again? I keep thinking just because I'm going to a major road there, and there's a, checkpoint in the middle of a major road. That was actually pretty badass. I'm going to have to turn. But I don't. Well, that awesome 360 I did probably just cost me the match, so... There you go. There we go. Almost there. Just like 3 more turns. Then we're solid gold. Okay, it was more than 3. But you know... So what are people arguing about in the channel? I just glanced over. Okay. 25, 24. Come on, 20. 17, 16, 15, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. Well, that was ridiculous. Hey, Yuko. Stop arguing, people, or you got both get put on timeout. Alright, there we go. Well, you shouldn't do that, Francesco. I enjoy valuing Girls in Panzer, and I don't want to see it insulted either, because it's perfect. But yeah, don't beat people up. I assume you're being hyperbolic. Oh, Girls in Panzer. You're the best story. So heartwarming, so beautiful, so full of tanks. So wait, we're starting 8 feet away from each other? It's interesting how the previous Girls in Panzer missions, right? Were all... like, all the stuff in the game. No! Oh, I got brutally beaten. That was worth it. Let's try that again. The tanky tanks go fantastically, Yuko. We beat the, we beat the Panzerfahren Festival as a Chinu, so that was awesome. Ugh. And now I was just saying that it's interesting because all of the other content in the game is a reproduction of content from the show or the movie, right? You're just doing the missions from the show or the movie, except for, you know, the extra missions. But here, and the extra missions aren't like canon or plot-based, they're just fun. Whereas here, like in the show, they cut out Team Shark learning how to drive tanks, because, you know, they only had 40 minutes for that whole story, to introduce a new team and the plot of the series, and do the first half of the France fight. So, you know, they had to gloss over this part of the story, which was, none of those girls knows how to drive a tank. And so now we're doing this whole series of missions about them learning to drive tanks. It's kind of neat. Okay, that was pretty badass. Oh, Team Duck. Or Lady Duck, as you like to be called. Come on. How did that now count as a tread hit? Ow. Well, that was brutal. Oh, I did say you were being hyperbolic, Francesco. Damn, that was brutal, though. We've kind of been doing story matches, Stanley. Although I guess I should let people read the story of the Team Shark. There we go. I promise to be more careful this time. Especially since that last time went off to such a great start, and I screwed it up so utterly. Alright, Lady Duck. You're not going to get the better of me this time. Really? You mean indestructible generally or indestructible for its tier? Because I have to assume you mean for its tier. Well, that's embarrassing. Okay. This is going really well. Ow. And I screwed up my quick reload. She's missing me a lot too, though, so... She keeps making the mistake of trying to shoot while moving, which is a mistake I'm making as well, but you know. I have drift skills that she lacks. Nice. There we go. Now, what is it that makes it so tough, the Abyss? Is it just have very sharply angled armor? Does it have unusually thick armor? Like, why can't you kill the thing? No! Oh, that was bad. Oh, that was terrible. Well, we do love the mouse. It has great armor. What tier is the B1 Biss? Two, 3? And what is its battle ranking? A naval-sized cannon on that mouse. Yes. Top 10 anime in the theme of World War II. Isn't Girls and Panzer the best World War II anime? I mean, unless there's a Valkyria Chronicles anime, which there might be, I don't know. I have to assume that this is the best World War II themed anime. Yes, Pigeon, I can hear you. It's only tier 2. Wow. That's amazing. There we go. That's what I've been trying to pull off this whole time. Sorry, Lady Duck. You're going down. Lady Duck's a really powerful tank, I'll say that. She took out all 3 of my... Oh, no, wait. They had the help of the Porsche Tiger here, Team Leopon. But they took out the rest of my tanks pretty effectively while I was killing that Hetzer. I believe there's another tank around here somewhere? Oh, okay. I did not know Valkyria Chronicles had an anime. Well, that would be the best World War II themed anime then, I can only assume, because I love the story of fantasy World War II as told by Valkyria Chronicles. Again, it's not set in World War II. It's World War II themed. Yeah, no, that could have gone better, but now it's just a duel between me and I don't remember who's left. Oh. No, that was a bush. Oh no, I'll check that out. I love the story from those games, and I'd be very interested to see the movie. Okay, let's get up on a perch and see if we can find them. Not this perch. This perch is in a dead end. That is an incredibly weird thing to say, Francesco. I don't know who Hecht Machiar is. Or what? If Hecht Machiar is a what? I've never heard of that. Oh, damn, she snuck up behind me. I mean, respect the tactics, but that's very frustrating. Well, quite easy. Jaden, I didn't look it up. I don't go to any websites where they, where there's a bunch of anime. And it never occurred to me to look it up. I just enjoyed the games as they were. If they're going to keep making them, 4 would be one hell of an anime. With all of its magic assassin girls and nuclear weapons. That would fit right in. Oh, she's using a... Lady Duck is using her, smoke screen. Apparently it was Team Rabbit I was fighting that whole time and calling Lady Duck. I apologize. Well, that's bad. Aha! Well, that was frustrating. I don't watch everything's with, I don't watch anything with dubs anyway. I only use subtitles. Where the hell is she? There we go. Alright, here we go. Oh my god. My shooting is getting inexcusably bad. The only worst thing than my shooting is my ability to do quick reloads. Thank you. Oh! Damn right. Oh. Oh, Ogun is the best. I don't know, Jaden. Who would you? Momo, you're so entertaining. Oh, pardon me. Oh, we're going to finish off the, Trung, we're going to finish off the Team Shark storyline. And then we will go and do a, It's incredibly unrealistic, Francesco. But, and when they do drift in the show, it does destroy their tracks. But here they just want it to be fun, and I respect that. What are you trying to say? Ah, okay. Uh-oh. One-on-one tank duel. Oh, Miho, you're so nervous. And quite understandably so. When trodden on, even a worm will turn. Oh my god. That's so terrible. Prepare to get hetzed. Yeah. Oh. Well, that was embarrassing. I really thought the sharp angling of the hetzer would keep her from being able to do any damage from the front like that, but... Nice escape, Team Anglerfish. I agree, Yuko. It's just a question of, like... it's honestly that, you know, not enough people have bought the game. Which I don't blame them. It's not a cheap game. You have to send a... You have to either order it from abroad or set up an Indonesian PlayStation account. I did both. I recommend everyone just... now that, like, when it was just a disc game, I said go to... I always told people just go to PlayAsia and buy it. But now that you got to get the DLC as well, there's no reason to buy a physical copy. Just go to Indonesia and buy both. Should I update my links? Yes. Gotcha. I'd say that was a surprise, but obviously wasn't a surprise. Come on, come on, come on. Whew! That's good. Yeah, Tron was asking about that last night, and I didn't know. I'm glad you go to jail for that. Something about Guru and Hechtmeyer, Jaden? I didn't really follow it. Again, Trunk, it's good. Anything you can do to put a Nazi in jail is always a good idea. I mean, hell, America had to stop doing the Pledge of Allegiance the same way because the Nazis ripped off the salute from the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, whoops. Excuse me. Oh, Marie, you're so entertaining. Aww. Oh, Ando and Oshida, you're both so entertaining. Yeah, I think that's famously true, Trung. It's only Germany that won't let you put any iconography even in art. They will take out, they will force you to remove the Nazi symbols even from art, but other countries will not do that. It's illegal to fly a Nazi flag or do a Nazi salute, but you can watch a movie with Nazis in it. They make exceptions for artistic expression, and I guarantee all sorts of performance artists have tried to use that exception to put Nazi iconography in public, whatever point they were trying to make. But I cannot say, I know nothing about Italian legal precedent, so I cannot tell you how any of those lawsuits would have gone. Oh no, Gaming War does sound entertaining. I hear you, Francesco, but the thing is, like, everyone knows about Nazis. They can read Nazis about in books, right? They can go on the internet and find out everything they want to know about Nazis. What the not doing the Nazi stuff in public makes it harder for neo-Nazis to organize. And that is just definitionally a good thing. No one is pretending Nazis didn't happen. No one is hiding their history. They're just saying, you can't be a Nazi anymore. And so they make it illegal to post their iconography and do their salutes and do Nazi things in public to make it harder for Nazis to operate. That's why, you know, there are more Nazis in America than there are in Europe. Because America has all sorts of freedom of speech laws, whereas Europe, they're like, yeah, we have freedom of speech too, but we don't put up with Nazis. There are exceptions to every rule, and anything you can do to make a Nazi's life worse is worth making an exception to that rule. Oh, you do. You do absolutely have fascist parties, and that's bad. It's terrible, in fact. But, what? This just makes it harder for actual Nazis to organize. You still... It doesn't solve the problem. It just makes it harder for them to organize. Of course, Italians have... fascists have never had a hard time organizing in Italy because, you know, that's where fascism is from. And they had all of those problems with after World War II. The American government helped the the fascists get back into power into Italy because they were afraid of the communists taking over Italy. Yeah. Italy was a hotbed of political assassinations for the next 40 years after World War II because, what do you call it? The fascists kept bombing everybody, and then the Red Brigade would bomb the government because they said the government was being run by fascists, which it was. Italy was a mess for like 40 years. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. I can't believe I died. But yes, again, Seikensu, nobody's erasing history. Everyone knows about the Nazis. Everyone gets taught about the Nazis. They're just saying you can't publicly be a Nazi. That's not erasing history. That's defending the present. Oh, I didn't... No. No one said you're a fascist. Don't worry, Francesco. Some people genuinely believe in the value of unrestricted free speech. I don't. But I don't begrudge anyone that opinion. I would say that free speech that gets people killed maybe isn't the best free speech. It's the what they call the yelling fire in a crowded theater exception. Yeah, you're allowed to do that if there's a fire, but if there's no fire, people are going to get died being trampled, so your free speech doesn't matter. The outcome of you having that free speech is that people got killed, so you're going to jail for it. That's true. You do mean it. No one's going to... And you're right, Seikensu. You're never going to stop Nazis. And that's why you have to make it as hard as possible for Nazis to organize. You have to beat them down wherever you find them. Because you can't get rid of them. So you have to make it as difficult as possible for them to organize. You have to make it illegal for them to fly their flags. You have to make it illegal for them to make their salutes. You have to make it so a Nazi can't appear in public without being afraid of being arrested. You're not going to get rid of the Nazis. They'll still stew and fester. But if they can't appear in public and they can't have marches, well, then it's impossible for them to organize. And if they can't organize, where are they going to get new Nazis? You're never going to get rid of all of them, but you can make it very difficult for them to operate, and that's what you want to accomplish. Yeah, I'd heard that there wasn't a communist party in Italy anymore. That's a little too bad. They banned them for the exact same reason I've been saying, Tron. It's not like each country has its own reason for banning this stuff. They are all banned for the same reason, the reason I've explained. Oh, damn. They were in the city the whole time. That is a bunch of tanks. I should have assumed that wouldn't hit anything. Come on, we got you. Oh no! That ARL is tough. But I am tougher. Alright, that almost worked. I mean, it did work. I just didn't kill her with one shot the way I was hoping. Oh, is that her front? I thought I was shooting at her. I'd spun around behind her, but no, she was already facing away from me. That's pretty embarrassing. Oh, that was terrible. That's exactly what we do, Diceus. Oof. I can imagine you, Yuko. It's funny, I was watching this documentary about... this documentary that was like called Great Machines or Great Inventions, blah, 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 blah. And so they did. It was one of those BBC or ITV ones. I don't remember which. Who produced it isn't the point. The point is it was about Mercedes and how awesome Mercedes is. And it was like...
It was a long extended commercial that played in front of the music video.
No, it wasn't this one. This was a full documentary. It was a 90-minute long documentary about the entire history of the company Mercedes, right? And so they're like, Mercedes, we invented the motorcycle. Mercedes, we revolutionized the engine. Mercedes, in the 1930s, we revolutionized plane production. In the 1950s, like, we built the first, high-performance consumer-grade automobiles. And I'm like, you kind of skipped like 15 years there, Mercedes. Not going to give a heads up about all those tank engines you were building? Yeah. Oh god, yeah, people love talking about the Yamato. It's like, if you weren't trying to, memorialize the heroic dead, you wouldn't have done a whole anime about what if the Yamato came back. But now it was a spaceship! That's true, Francesco. Although I do understand why Japan does not like talking about World War II. Because, oof. They were, not only did they lose badly, but they were really bad guys in World War II. Ugh. We're not going to get into that, though. I don't want to make this about, war atrocities. But yikes. It's a bad situation all around. Anyway, that's actually why it was so entertaining. In that after all of that, in the Yakuza series, I don't know how much you guys know about the Yakuza series, but it's like, it had just been about Japanese crime and Japanese politics, and in one of them, in my favorite story in the entire series, Japanese baseball, right? And then suddenly, in episode 6, game 6 of the series, so the 7th game in the series, not counting the one set in samurai times, Meiji Restoration and before and earlier Japan, right, there we go. Suddenly in the 6th game, in the main series, they're like, yeah, this game is 100% about the aftermath of World War II. Like, that had never been an element of the series before. And then suddenly, the entire thing is about the aftermath of World War II, and how Japan rebuilt afterwards, and how the government reconstituted itself, and how the various elements of military and crime that survived the war wormed themselves into the new government and took on positions of power to keep their authority they'd had before the war. And, all of the stuff about Chinese war orphans coming to Japan and having descendants. Like, after 5 games of just being, this is about Japanese crime and Japanese politics and Japanese culture, and suddenly, boom, the 6th game is 100% just about World War II. It's kind of amazing. Well, of course they were they had the best uniforms. They had the best designers making them, and the best vehicles, the best engineers making the vehicles. I mean, Hugo Boss made Nazi uniforms. And, you know, he went on to have quite a successful non-war related career as a designer. That was pretty beautiful. Who's left? I know, right? Well, you still can see Kensu. Like, if you order a disc, right? If you order a disc, it'll still have the original art on it. You just have to make sure you get a used, like a disc from the first print run. Although I have to imagine it's going to increase it in price, right? And of course, you can't play it online because it would update to the new version. No! Oh, god damn it! That's Suma, really, Somua? No! That would be a bad idea, Trong. Well, that was terrible. So did someone have a custom match they wanted to see? Oof. Because that was just brutal. That was going so well until the Somua took me down. Suma? Whichever. By just sitting there and using its super fast barrel rotation. 3 Panzer IVs, a Panther, and a Tiger II versus T-34, 75s, 85s, nice too. Prussia 1944. Okay, right after this match, that's what we're going to do. So get ready to post that, repost that as I finish this match, Trong. It's Miho against every tank in the game. Come on. Okay, stop it. Yeah, I got completely killed by the first tank I was trying to fight. This didn't just go badly, this went epically badly. Wow. Oh my god. Samua, thank you. What a brutal disaster that was. Why was Winston Churchill not scared of the Nazis? Well, fun fact. And this is something that I don't think gets talked about enough. Winston Churchill kind of inherited a big war machine. I mean, the minute that Chamberlain signed that non-aggression pact with Hitler, they immediately started massively building up the army as fast as they could because they knew Hitler was going to attack. But they didn't do it publicly, and they didn't make a big deal out of it because they didn't want to provoke Hitler. So they secretly massively built up their army. And so what Winston Churchill did was he went around constantly doing stories about how they weren't ready to fight in Europe, and they would get slaughtered eventually and blah, 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 while the British government actually was preparing for war with Europe. So Winston Churchill kind of exploited the government's need for secrecy in order to increase his own political power. Then when he got into power, he essentially inherited a giant army that was ready to fight that war. So, yeah. I'm not saying Winston Churchill's a bad guy. He led England through the war, and he did it admirably well. But it's not like he's the one who had the idea to build a bunch of tanks and air defenses and massively increase the size of the RAF. I'm not familiar with Kotobuki Hikutai. Is that another war-themed anime? Oh, she didn't shoot me. That was weird. Well, we're almost halfway through their forces. If I can get halfway through their forces, after I was so brutalized by the Churchill in the first match... And honestly, like, I'm not saying Churchill was a ridiculous egomaniac. No! But who gets a tank named after them during the war they're in charge of? Hey, Kurt Klaus. Oh, the fighter plane show, yes! I forgot what it was called, thank you. So there's not like a World War II dogfighting sim with based on that series? It seems like a huge oversight. And I mean, I only say that because I'm obsessed with World War II dogfighting games. But I would really love that. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. Okay, so I'm gonna go find this. You know, my favorite thing that England did in World War II was was that thing where they had the giant plane factory, and it was just like these series of huge warehouses. So, okay, so I need 3 Panzer IVs, 1 Panther, and 1 Tiger II. Obviously, I'm driving the Panther. I'm not crazy. I love the Panther so much. Oh, I thought I put the Panther there. Alright, I'm a dummy. I'll switch that. Anyway, so they had these giant warehouses that were building all of the planes they needed to fight the war, right? 3 Panzer IVs, gotcha. And so what they did was, they built on top of these factories... Oh wait, when you said Panzer IV, did you mean... Oh, you meant Miho's tank. Okay, sorry. Anyway, yeah, so on top of these giant airplane factories, they built fake towns. They would, like, have nothing, like, just rows and rows of fake streets, balsa wood houses, fake shrubs. So when the planes were flying overhead looking to bomb them, they would be like, oh, what's down there? Ah, nothing. We're not here to bomb some rustic village. We're here to bomb a plane factory. It was beautiful. And that is a true thing that really happened. 76, 76, and then 285s. And are we fighting in a snowfield? Because you said it was Prussia, but I don't know what time of year. So Trung, if you have an idea where the map should be, that would be great. Alright. Just like that, yeah. But yeah, the inflatable tanks were amazing, because that way the scouting plane would think that they had 100 tanks, when really they only had 10 tanks. That was amazing, too. Oh, Old Town, gotcha. You want to fight in old city streets. So we're going to call this Girls in Panzer. Prussia 1944. Then I will set it to oh wait, no, forgot to set everybody to default tanks. I'm the only one who gets a custom tank, get me? Meow. Okay, old city streets. Apparently I was already, like, just right there. It's embarrassing. But yeah, the inflatable tanks were great, and the fake cities were great. Just all the stuff to confuse the German air forces. Okay, let's do this. You go, Kume. You're the best, and you know it. Okay, settings. Cinematic mode. Gesundheit. Color down to 0. Let's record some historical war footage. Alright. That is a really secure... That is a perhaps unusually secure latching hatch cover you've got there. Look at that thing go. Normally these things just flip open, but it actually swings out. Uh-oh. I don't know if I hit her. That time I definitely didn't hit her. Damn, disappearing the smoke. What is this, a Fury type of situation? Damn, that was rough. Oh. How many more hits can this guy take? The answer, at least... Oh, there he goes. Oof. Damn. Oh, this is brutal. It's one of those things where you're like, am I doing any damage to her at all? That is a pretty crazy idea. Like a real-life Hogan's Alley, if you will. Although that might be too obscure a reference. I don't think people know what Hogan's Alley is anymore.
I think you're correct.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched the documentary, not documentary, I haven't watched the docudrama Trung, but I'm pretty sure that the explosion in Chernobyl was caused by an experiment in how to best control... Ouch. An experiment in a different way to use the control rods in the reactor that went horribly awry. Well, that was brutal. Oof. Well, they say that radiation got very far. Isn't it weird that Jared Harris has become like the face of depressing historical docudramas? I mean, I know The Terror is not really based on a true story. It's based on a novel about a missing ship. But again, it was... I mean, I was going to say it's accurate-ish. It's not. It's about, you know, ghosts in the North Atlantic, so... But the point is, like, it's just weird that Jared Harris would go right from that to Chernobyl. I found it a little strange. Also, his brother Sean Harris is in the Mission Impossible movies as the recurring villain. And he's great. And they're both the sons of Richard Harris, which I only found out much, much, much after I became aware of Jared Harris. Yeah, that's his two sons. They both went into acting, and they're both great. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Francesco. Like I said, I haven't watched the docudrama yet, so I do not know the details of what happened with Chernobyl. I'm going to guess that that is because Belarus is east of Ukraine? Sorry, now every time people mention Chernobyl, I can't help but think of that god-awful Die Hard movie, where they're, like, in Moscow. They're like, well, we gotta stop him from stealing whatever from Chernobyl. Quick, let's drive to Chernobyl.
The Die Hard movie?
That's why I said Die Hard movie. And quick, let's drive to Chernobyl. I'm like, oh, so you're gonna take a 16-hour car ride across 2 national borders with no ID and a trunk full of guns? Is that your plan, John McClane? Because that's a terrible plan.
Well,
Oh, it's directly north. I didn't know.
the last 2 Die Hard movies have this thing where they're like, let's take a road trip in the middle of the movie.
A very long road trip.
I feel like
2,
you missed the point of Die Hard.
in the movie Live Free or Die Hard, they actually take 2 road trips in the movie. They're like, quick, we gotta get to a power station. Let's take a 4-hour drive to get there. Well, we kind of screwed things up at the power station. Let's take a 4-hour drive to get back to DC. I'm like, what is wrong with this movie?
It's not like these movies are written by people from small European countries that don't understand how vast America is.
No, they're American
Or for that matter,
movies
Russian.
for Americans.
But
Yeah, it's bad.
did they never take road trips with their family when they were kids?
No, they didn't.
Do they have no idea how maybe you don't take a road trip in the middle of a movie? An action
Well, no, you
movie?
can, just not an action movie.
Yeah. Like, it's fine that Lord of the Rings is just a travel journey.
Yeah, it's a travelogue.
Yeah.
It is literally the story of a journey. That's why it's called. That's why The Hobbit is called There and Back Again. It's the story of a journey, not the story of a battle of 5 armies. Peter Jackson.
Hey, I like those movies.
The Hobbit movies?
Oh, no, I haven't seen those.
There you go.
Which I should, since I'm a fan.
Oh, I get it.
I mean, I admit, it's weird that I haven't seen The Hobbit movies.
Yeah, the radiation was bad, but it turns out that if you then, like, leave the place completely alone and don't have humans screwing it up, the animals will do just fine in Chernobyl. Okay, every now and then you have to put up with a radioactive super bear. But by and large, and if you believe Cody Johnston, radioactive super boars that are trying to take over the world in what is by far his greatest running gag. Whoa! That was amazing. I don't even care that I got killed. That was amazing. It's true, Yuko. There's just no room for all those road trips in Die Hard movies. I wish they had shown me who killed me, but I think it was the guy in front of me, and because I was racing towards him, I didn't see the little shot of him because my tank was flopping in the way. The glowing sea. Wow. I think it looked pretty good, Stanley. I mean, yeah, I was brutally killed, but I liked the look of that. We did, Maddie. We were wondering where you went. I mean, we've already got a great survival horror game set in Chernobyl, Trung. I mean, we've got Stalker. I can't imagine doing better than Stalker. Although, I mean, if the Umbrella Corporation did want to make an irradiated Super T virus or Super Plaga, that would be awesome too. I just noticed how ridiculous that cannon looked. Come on, everybody. Line of fire. Let's focus up on this guy. Dear Panzer IV, maybe don't directly block my line of sight of this dude. I did play Fallout 4 and Fallout 3 and all of the other Fallouts other than Fallout 76 because I'm not an idiot who wastes his time on foolish things. Still pissed off about... Whoa! Sounds delicious, Maddie. I hope you enjoyed your Taco Bell food. I haven't had Taco Bell food in 20 years. Well, no. Slightly less than 20 years. But that's only because for the longest time there wasn't a Taco Bell in Ottawa. Actually, there still might not be a Taco Bell in Ottawa. I've only ever had Taco Bell food in America, is what I'm trying to say. New Vegas is the best. I 100% agree with that. I actually preferred to the original Fallout games, and I loved those at the time. Gotcha. Is that it? Yes! I mean, I don't like those Cazadors, but other than that, New Vegas is my favorite Fallout game. Whoa! Alright, I did that a little early. Somebody want to help me out with this guy? Shoot him in the back, maybe? Nice. Oh. I just heard her say that the 85, the T-3485, sorry, yeah, the T-85 had been killed. Oh, is that a bad guy? That's a bad guy. I thought that was one of mine. Okay, well, this is going poorly. I might not have any more teammates left. Oh no, my treads! My beautiful treads! Well, I think that was a defeat with honor. You're going to have to ask Americans what life is like in the States. I'm a Canadian and proud of it. You wouldn't know from my accent, or, I guess, as Americans would say, my lack of an accent. But... Yes. Of course not. That's a... That is a language for ridiculous oafs.
And yet you speak it fluently.
I would not say fluently. So that went terribly. Please tell me the Germans actually lost the Battle of Kursk. Because otherwise that was a humiliating and extra realistic battle. unrealistic movie? Yeah. So let's get some We'll Be Your Opponents going. It's true. While I can't tell you anything about America, it's possible that someone here can.
And you know a little. I mean, you do have family members in America.
I do have family members who live in Maryland. That's true. Oh, that's where Fluxius lives. Neat. What an incredible coincidence. I mean, not that incredible. It's 1 in 50. And if you weight by population, it's actually more likely that we would have family in the same place. Because, you know, nobody lives in Wyoming or Idaho or Alaska. Oh. So the Germans got their asses kicked in Kursk. Good to know. Hey, Boko, what's up? Oh my god, Boko's the best. No! My beautiful treads! So what does Ori look like without that giant battleship in the harbor? I have to imagine that's got to be a disappointment when you go to Ori and there's not a ridiculously huge battleship in the harbor. Oh, nice. God, John Oliver was so mean to Alabama 2 weeks ago. With the fact that their flag is just a red X. As if they applied to have a state flag and someone rejected them. And so they just used that as their state flag. So mean. But seriously, how is your state flag just a red X? That's crazy. Oh crap, Boko's friends are here. Yeah, his friends all have machine guns. That's right. I know you thought Boko was a lonely loser, but he actually does have friends, and they have machine gun arms. It's shockingly badass. It's what this situation specifically that makes me wish that my tank had machine guns. That is Boko talking, yes. And I'm pretty sure it's the same voice actor from the movie. Boom. Hey, Bearing. You got here just as the stream was ending. That's a little mean, Francesco. Oof. Just because Alabama is socially backwards compared to the rest of North America doesn't mean we have to dunk on them all the time. Just because they're Mississippi's Mississippi doesn't mean we have to be mean all the time. Okay. Yeah, that was bad. Why won't he die? Okay, I haven't gotten any critical hits on him, so I'm sure that's part of it, but Jesus. Yeah, anime, we see the Boko, we see bits of the Boko stage show in, what do you call it? Der Film. Yeah, Terminator Boko sounds like the best thing I've ever heard of. Alright, I gotta find out how close this guy is to death. Like, I've been enjoying playing on cinematic mode, but I gotta find out. Oh my god, he's not even close to dead. I have been brutalized. And he's not even close to dead. Boom. Yeah, no, Boko's a triple threat. Singing, dancing, getting into fights, and losing badly. There's nothing Boko can't do. What the hell? Come on, we can do this. I am weirdly proud of myself for ending that on a critical hit after failing over and over and over and over again. I just wish that when you were in cinematic mode, when you went into your looking down the barrel thing, you still had the barrel sights. Like, it just turned off the HUD and the auto-aim, but you still had the barrel sights, so you could play it like a tank simulator the way you should be able to. That would be badass. Anyway. Oh. Okay, that's a good way to look at it. Alright, so we're going to call it here. Thanks to everybody who dropped by the stream. Poor Boko. We're going to wrap up. We're going to be back here tomorrow for some War Thunder noonish. If you'd like to be here for regular, more, if you're just concerned about more Girls in Panzer, Girls in Panzer is back here next week, also at noon, so 1 week from today. That should be fun. And then, of course, if you want regular streams, you can find those weekdays at 9 p.m. Seriously, though, thanks to everybody who dropped by. I hope to see you soon. And everybody buy a copy of Reventure. It's amazing. I cannot stress how good Reventure is. It's only $8, depending on where you live. I think it's $10 in Canada. But like £5, €8. It's a very reasonably priced game. I want everybody to buy it because it is the best. See you back here soon, but until then, au revoir.